Joining us now, Congressman John Katko. He's ranking member of House Homeland Security. On this breaking news, Congressman, Homeland Security says it intends to wipe out Trump's Remain in Mexico policy. The Supreme Court told Homeland Security reinstate this after a Texas federal court said do that. They're saying once the injunction lifts, they're going to wipe it out. What are your thoughts?
Well, it just goes to show you that they don't care about border security. They only care about implementing the border and making sure it's an open border at the southern border. And it's a real head scratcher when you see what just happened in Del Rio, where you had thousands upon thousands of Haitians mashed up at the border. And then when they got bad news coverage, you just open the doors and let them all in, knowing that about 20% of them on average had COVID, were COVID positive, let them into the country. It's just mind-boggling that they're just thumbing their nose at the Supreme Court and the American people, given what's coming across the border.
Yeah, again, the breaking news, Homeland Security intends to wipe out Trump's Remain in Mexico policy. Congressman, the New York Times had reported that the Mexican government had warned the Biden administration, don't undo this. Don't undo Remain in Mexico. It will lead to a surge of migrants at the border, and now it's coming to an end. And now we have potentially tens of thousands of migrants heading here. That's the reports coming out of Central America and South America. Your response to that?
Yeah, well, think about it. We've already had well over a million, I think close to 1.5 million this year alone, come across the border. And a very large percentage of them were let into the country, and very few of them were tested, and very few of them we really know who the heck they are. So what the Mexican government was saying is absolutely true. Everyone could see it happening, and right now as we speak, there's a group of anywhere from 40 to 70,000 Haitians massing up in southern Mexico on their way to the northern border. That's just one ethnic group. We have ethnic groups from all over the world coming across, and we also, as you well know, had a record number of known or suspected terrorists coming across the border this year alone. So what they're trying to accomplish by this is I do not know, but it's a real border crisis, it's a real national security crisis, and it's a real health crisis.
Sir, by the way, the Homeland Security Secretary testified and indicated that 20% of people in the bridge camp were sick with COVID. That's a pretty high number. When you're down there in D.C. and you talk to Democrats about this, when we had President Obama saying it's unsustainable to have an open borders policy, do you hear anything negative from Democrats saying, yeah, this is not the way to go, this is wrong?
Well, I think that it is silence is golden. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about the border because they know how bad it is. But I think a lot of them realize from a political standpoint, they think it's a winner for them with some of their base. But an awful lot of my colleagues in D.C. quietly will tell me on the Democratic side that the border is a mess. And I think some of the Democratic members of Congress along the border, like Vicente Gonzalez, will tell you it's a bad scene at the border. The Del Rio mayor, a Democrat, I just spoke with him today in a border security roundtable, and he was just pasting this administration for not listening to them along the border. It's destroying those towns along the border.
Yeah, the caravans are, about half the size of the population of some of these towns. People from 150 countries reportedly have been caught trying to cross. That's according to the New York Times. So, when we see time and again how this has been reported, we're a humanitarian, open arms, pro-immigration country. When it's done illegally, when you weaken the border, it invites predatory crime. It invites transnational criminal cartels. It invites, even China doing drug smuggling. It invites human smuggling, child trafficking, sex crimes, and more. So this is not compassionate behavior. It's not compassionate to weaken the border. Congressman, you know what I'm trying to get at? It's a hard concept to grasp, right, for some in the media.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing. Everything you ticked off is exactly what we are concerned about. You got to add to that, what happened in Afghanistan recently. 5,000 to 7,000 hardcore terrorists were let out of prison when we left Afghanistan in such a terrible manner. And obviously now we know that the president did it against advice of all his senior advisors. And now Afghanistan is a hotbed for terrorism again because Al-Qaeda has a home field. And when they're looking at the southern border, they've never seen anything wide open in the United States. They've never seen anything easier to get into the United States. And in addition to everything you said, that's another huge concern that we have. And it's just mind-blowing to me that the American people don't understand this. And the other medias don't want to cover it because they know that it's a bad thing for the president.
All right, Congressman John Katko, it's great to have you on. You'll come back on again soon. It's good to see you again.
Of course.